Hi, this is DJ Mondo. Welcome back to another episode of the Atomic Luau. It's time to give you the skinny on the newly updated DJ Mondo portable DJ base station 5000. I don't know, it's been through several names, but this is the Mark II version of this device. And I'm going to give you the breakdown, tell you the improvements that I made on it, and hopefully we're going to rock out with this thing totally untethered and mobile tonight from this train. So let's break it down. First of all, this case. It's a camera case with all the foam pulled out of it. And what did I do to it? I modified it by putting this wooden shelf on it from some IKEA thing right there. That shelf is held in place with these toilet hinges. Yes, toilet hinges. You have to think on your feet when you need hinges, and you don't have them. So, and on this side over here, I don't know if you can see it, but we got a couple of XLR outputs, and I'll show you where those go in a moment. We have got those XLR are connected to these purple cables, audio cables that come under here, and they are plugged into this audio interface. More on that audio interface in a moment. The heart of the device here is this iPad. That's where my DJing comes from, and that iPad used to be on a shelf that folds up and folds back. However, that shelf was way too heavy and took up way too much room in the case in order to fold it. So what I did was I took the shelf out and replaced it with an iPad holder, a flexible iPad holder. You can see part of it back here. I'm not going to pull the iPad off right now, but you can see the flexible iPad holder that holds it against the top of the case right there, which gives it enough room. Below there, the whole system is powered by this Anchor battery right here that holds many, many hours of battery life. And that Anchor battery output is being charged right now through that extension cord that goes up to that charger on the train here. And but it's being charged right now, but when I plug it in and it's outputting, it's going to output to this Anchor hub that I bought yesterday. Now it's got 3 USB 3 ports on it, and it's also got a USB-C input for the power that passes through here to keep the iPad charged and also the connected devices to keep charged. That's very important because that's the problem that I ran into yesterday. It's the problem I ran into the other day. We have got an old C90 Logitech C90 webcam, still good. I got a bunch of these, like almost a bag full of C90 webcams. Still good, still get great picture, still get great output on those. And behind that, I have a selfie light. Turn that on. That's for nighttime operations, which may be dimly lit in here. So that's right there. And you can see that those are mounted on swivel camera mounts. Both of those are mounted on swivel camera mounts that have been drilled through the case here. And okay, so that and I got a little cord management down here with this Velcro. I put these extra foldable struts on here to hold the thing open when you open it, because they lock in place. There's one on the other side too. This, you'll see down here that there is a Smart Deluxe USB hub down here. Is the USB hub that failed me because if you take it out here, you see it's got a USB port here, but it's also powered. I thought there would be enough power to go through this thing to keep all of the connected devices active, but it was not without an outlet, and this thing is supposed to be completely untethered. So so this did not work out, but I keep it there for particularly silly purpose, so let's leave it there. Now the problematic part was hold on, I'm gonna take this out. This Scarlett Solo audio interface right here was underpowered when I was using that hub, because the power from the battery does not pass through this hub enough to power the Scarlett. So the Scarlett kept turning off and I got no output. And you can see the output from my Scarlett goes into these cables right here, and those cables pass under the shelf and go out through the XLR that I drilled into this case over here. In this case, I want to plug in on the outside, but that's not going to be a problem tonight because the output is going to be hopefully going out over the internet. It'll be completely silent in this room while that goes out. So you got this XLR input, XLR output, that is, right here. So let's put that back in. And that goes to and then you have to remember also, when you plug this in, you have to turn on the 45 watt output there in order to get enough power. And then you've got your volume control for the mic here. Okay, and that cable leads to this stock, which is plugged in here. Another toilet component is holding up this stock right here, but that goes to this holder right here, which leads to this blue microphone. And that blue microphone is excellent mic. I've had a cheap mic in there before and it failed. Had to get rid of it and go back with something a little bit more expensive, but man, I'm having a good time. Okay, so if everything goes well tonight, I'm going to be on the road transmitting from this thing. And the iPad has internet access through a phone hotspot. So now the problem is we may be in areas that do not have a lot of phone coverage, so we may not get throughput. But in that event, of course, I will record the event using the application Camo Studio. Camo Studio is the key to this, and I'll show you what that looks like right here. Camo Studio is Camo Studio ran into a problem right up at let's just close it out. But this application right here is like OBS, if you're familiar with OBS, Open Broadcast System. It is a free version. Well, when I got Camo Studio, it was free. I don't know if on iOS it was free. I don't know if it's free now, but this will act as OBS, and it will put all of this together. It'll take the output from the Scarlett. It'll take the I forgot something important. It'll take the output from the Scarlett and the output from the camera here, and put all of those together and transmit those out for you, like if you're doing podcasts or something like that. But it will also take the output from the apps that are actually running on the iPad. So I play my Launchpad application here with all my loops in it. And another thing that's running through the hub that I completely forgot about, the whole reason I'm doing this, built this case, is this Novation launch control down here, which if you see the controls at the bottom there, the volume controls, these volume sliders make all the difference with the tactile when you're using these here. So that's why I use this, and it has built-in effects, and like if you want to switch to effects, it has built-in sound effects and such, and filters. So all of my loops eventually end up in this application, and this is how I control them with this item right here. So there it is, all together like that. This is the big experiment. And if this goes well, we're going to be completely untethered tonight. We're going to be rolling down the rails and rocking out at the same time. So with that microphone right there. So yeah, shout out to all of the mobile DJs out there. And if this goes well, since I'm going to dedicate this to Wolfman Jack. but I love this. I totally love it. Okay, but this is my crowning achievement. There's a whole lot of fun fact. There's a whole lot of holes drilled in this case right here. A whole lot of extra holes drilled into that case. I don't know if you heard the saying, measure twice, cut once. My saying is drill a whole bunch of holes, and eventually you'll get them in the right place. So that's carpentry will never be my thing. Anyway, that's it. That's the DJ Mondo 5000 mobile DJ base station, and wish me luck. Oh, also shout out to Bunfingers College and Bunfingers College Radio, #1. Bunfingers College, the most effective educational alternative in the outer solar system. Thanks. Bye.